You guys, that is one of the most powerful things I think I've ever seen in my life. Absolutely powerful. Hunter shared that a while back, and I've watched it at least a dozen times if I've seen it once. You want to get motivated, fired up someday, go watch that. I am blessed and highly favored. Not only is it necessary, or is it possible, it is necessary for you to have your dream. All right, so let's get rolling here. I just thought that I got chills. Wow, that's awesome. Power, power, power. Can you guys hear me okay? Cheryl, can you send me a message real quick? Make sure that you can still hear me good before we get rolling. Let's knock this out and get back to our families. Waiting on Cheryl here. All right, I'm going to bring up the first handout while I'm waiting to... All right, good, loud and clear. Thank you very much. Hunter, thank you for introducing me to Les Brown, man. And I'll tell you what, I watched Hunter in the hotel room in Atlanta at an event. He used something that he learned from Les Brown, and I don't know where that connection went, but the guy picked up on it, and it started a conversation. You never know what's going to reach somebody. And that has a lot to do with where we're going tonight. You know, how many of you have experienced objections like no, or not now, or I don't know, I'm going to have to take a look at it. Do you have a brochure I can take with me? So you're going to be able to follow along here on this. And the first step, well, actually, I'm going to cover all 7 steps first. And I discovered when I was putting this together that there's way too much information to cover all 7 steps tonight. I want to make this bam, bam, bam quick. I'm going to give you the handout so you have the information in your hand. This is also on my website. I'm just going to guide you through it. And I want this to kind of be a quick momentum thing because this is you're gonna see this quickly. This is stuff we already know, but just to put it in this perspective, Cesar Rodriguez, one of my mentors, 7-figure earner, this is his yes now formula. And I saw it, I was blown away at how powerful it really is. And so I decided to develop my own training based around that. And there's a few of you on here that have joined that team and have access to that training also. And man, it's changing things quickly. So we're going to start with rapport. Without rapport, we can't have trust or credibility. Without trust or credibility, we cannot find any information, and without information, we cannot identify a struggle or a need. And without a struggle or a need, we can't provide a real solution. We cannot help others. And if we can't help others, there's no need to make a call for action, join our business, or buy this product. It's that simple. If you remember anything from this webinar tonight, take that with you. Without rapport, there's no trust or credibility. Without trust or credibility, I can't speak. With no rapport, there's no trust. Without trust, we cannot gather information. Without information, we have no struggle identified. Without a struggle, we can't provide a solution. Without a solution, there's no point in making a call to action. They'll say politely, thank you for your time, and they'll move on. So some of this is very basic. I was looking at the word rapport, and I knew what it meant, but I wanted to find out, and I didn't want to go to the dictionary because I wanted to see what's the opposite of rapport. Because if we miss this first vital step, nothing else matters. And so just to go with the definition, without rapport, prospects they won't be willing to share much about themselves. It makes no difference if we're using cold calling techniques to reach outbound leads or if we're making a presentation to a warm inbound lead. It's absolutely crucial that we establish rapport. If we miss this first fundamental step, our prospects instantly decide that they're not going to do business with us. If we fail to establish rapport, most are going to be, like I said, polite, willing to listen while they're formulating an objection in their head and they hear nothing that we have to say. So, to make sure that we're all on the same page, here's a screenshot from thesaurus.com. And I was more interested in the antonyms: discord, incompatibility, disagreement, coldness, unfriendliness. We want to find common ground right away. We are not speaking to someone to try and to do anything. When we started, it's to find common ground. Hey, where do you go to school? Where do your kids go to school? We're asking questions. We have said nothing. We're not even close to being ready to talk about our product or service or whatever we have to offer. All right, moving on. If we miss rapport, these are the types of objections that we're going to see. And I apologize, I'm tripping all over my tongue this morning tonight. This is one of my first live webinars, and probably the first of many more. So I really want your feedback, and bear with me. I'm going to get through this. If we are receiving any of the following objections, we have not established rapport. No, I'm skeptical. I don't have time. I have a lot going on. I know we've all heard that one. You know, I'm kind of busy. Not sure what, but something's not right. I want to think about it. Now is not the time. I'll get back to you on this. You know, I don't have the money. Do you have something I can look over? I'll call you if I decide to. It's just not for me. Let's see how you do first. And of course, we all know that you guys are doing awesome. I know that you guys are doing awesome. There may be a few on here that are struggling. I hope that's why you're here. But I know personally that some of these team leaders that are on here tonight are rocking it. There may be some tuning, fine tuning. We can always improve. That's the whole point. We learn and we earn. So anyway, it's likely we've failed to establish rapport with any of those types of objections, and we're going to move on and to the next handout, which is building trust and credibility, establishing trust and credibility. All right. So, and once again, these are in the website, and let me show you that real quick. I'm going to click on one of these links from the PDF. If you have this PDF, or when you get it, you'll be able to click on the links actually too. You'll see that right here. And any article or training that is in my website, if you come over here on desktop, and actually on mobile, it'll be down here at the bottom. It'll say share. Click on the printer. It takes you to this awesome little service on a web page, and it shows you in PDF form any of the training. And click on PDF or print. If you want to save it, you click PDF, then you can download it to your computer. Any of the training on my website. Just wanted to show you that cool feature. I wanted to offer some value there. If you find value in what I'm sharing with you. So that's how I created tonight's training. Duplication. It's amazing. Automation. Hunter has witnessed that lately. We've automated some Twitter strategies, and man, the leads are rolling in. So I've got more training on that too. But all right, so building trust and demonstrating credibility is second only to rapport. Let's say, here's the scenario. We have our prospect laughing. We've met on common ground. We've identified a need or a struggle, and now it's time to present a solution. However, if we are unsuccessful at building trust and demonstrating that we're credible by being relevant, any strategy that we try is going to be met with objections. And these are the type of objections that you're going to get when you fail to build trust or credibility. Now, before I cover the objections, I want you to understand that all three of these first steps that I'm showing you tonight really kind of tie together. Because at this point, once we've established rapport, we've gotten to know something about them, now we're going to start asking the real questions. And that's more in the next step, but we're going to start asking questions. We're preparing to find out how can we truly help this individual. If we can't help anybody, we're not going to be successful in sales. That's the bottom line. You know, what if, just what if, the person that you're afraid to talk to desperately needs the solution you have to offer and has the motivation, the drive, the willingness to learn to become great and successful and to reach many other people and to help them grow their business? And what if you were afraid to even say anything to them? Think about the power in that. Let's take ourselves out of this for a minute. What if you don't reach out to that one person that needed it the most and may become the rock star? Think about that. All right, so let's go over the objection. I'm skeptical. I want to do some more research. We're going to get the research bomb. Let me run this by my wife, my dog, my pigs, whoever. Do you have any literature that I could look at? Is there a brochure I can take with me? Now, you'll notice a couple of these are about the same as the first. But, oh, that looks like a pyramid. Anybody heard that one before? Let's see how this works for you first. Let me get back to you. The list just goes on and on. I can come up with a dozen of these that match with missing building trust or credibility. And the other thing is that this is an instinct that we all have. When it comes to marketing strategies, building trust by establishing credibility is probably one of the most misunderstood skills. We all understand what trust is, yet we undermine our credibility with a sales pitch. Did we forget we just made a new connection, a new friend? All too often, we jump straight into explaining features and benefits and run into all sorts of objections. That's what we're avoiding here. We're still asking questions at this point. So to build trust naturally and establish credibility, first we treat people like people. And what's vital to our business is people. Nobody wants to be sold. We all have a desire or a need. Many will not even realize that they're seeking the solution we offer. Through the first step of building rapport, we open the door to a relationship. And we need to learn more about our prospect. We need to ask questions and listen. That is one of the most powerful things you can do. Ray Higgins says it all the time, ask the question and shut up. Silence is golden. That's awesome. So what you said was you don't have the money. Okay, well, what if I were to tell you right now, I would trade my entire income for the last year in network marketing for $150. Think you'd come up with $150 by Tuesday? Of course they could. If they're go-getter, they're going to jump on something like that. Now, that's a hypothetical, but that's one way to turn around the I don't have any money. If they really don't want to do anything, they're going to be like, no, that's ridiculous, and you don't want to waste your time and move on anyway. So there's an example. That's a little golden nugget I just kind of felt like throwing in there. One of the most rookie mistakes that we can make is to earn someone's time, and to start explaining features or promoting discounts. Now is not the time. We have to relate. By asking some probing questions, we identify information, and that will allow us to be relevant to each individual. We have a conversation. We're listening for statements that our story relates to. Once we've discovered how we can be relevant, we can provide a genuine solution. Here's how many fail at building trust. It is easy to assume that because we are truthful people, that we have automatically built trust with our new prospect. This is not always the case. We know we're trustworthy. How do they know that? And especially with friends or family members, remember, they already know us. We need to focus on credibility. Have you done several network marketing businesses? Maybe you've lost some credibility in that. We're going to build trust and establish credibility by sharing a story. Now that we've identified something in common, it's time to share our experience. We can even tell the story of a friend or a colleague. We establish trust by demonstrating that we understand their needs. We're building trust by showing that we care, and we have to be relevant. We explain our desire or struggle and how this opportunity has provided that solution. We demonstrate we are passionate about our opportunity. This is even a great time to bring a third-party validation into the conversation, that dreaded three-way call. Use it. So let's sum this up. We have not set out to promote fabulous features. We're not pushing to act based on discounts or promos. We're building a connection to lead to the next step. And so that's going to take us into this next article, which is questions for gathering information. And I'm going to give you 49 questions that you can kind of tweak a little bit and get to know that are golden for finding the information you need to provide the painkiller for your prospect's pain. All right, so moving on, information with open-ended sales questions. And we're almost done. Can you believe that? Wow, we're only 20 minutes into it. You guys are going to get to your families quick. A lot of webinars drag on because they think that length is value, but I think I'm cramming a bunch of good information, and I'm giving you something to take with you, and we're going to get you off of here and send you on your way and start using this stuff. Read over it, absorb it, start using this stuff. All right, so gathering information with open-ended sales questions. Why does this matter? Well, like I said, we can promote features and ideas and discounts all day long, and it just doesn't hit home. It goes right over their head. Unless they already know that they want it, a discount's not going to help. So open-ended sales questions are key to gathering information about any inbound sales lead. There's a ton of information to be shared on this topic, so for the purpose of this webinar article that I wrote, we're going to focus on the most useful questions. Like I said, at the end, I'm going to give you 49 questions that you can look at to gather information. So without information, we cannot identify needs, wants, or desires. I said that before. Without rapport, we have no trust. Without trust, we can't get information. That's where we're at. If we're going to demonstrate credibility and make our presentation relevant to the audience, we have to identify the problems and struggles that they face. And I have kids in the background in another room, so if you can hear them, love on them like I do. I apologize. That's the beauty of being able to work from home. So if we struggle to gather information, one likely reason is that we were asking the wrong questions or we failed to establish rapport and trust. in order to identify, I think I just repeated myself. So we're going to identify a desire, pain, or a struggle. With that information, we can present a genuine solution. And before now, we would have already established rapport. We're building trust, and we're going to be relevant so that we can be credible. If we miss any of those previous principles, like I just said, we're going to come up with objections like, let me get back to you on this. I don't have the time. I want to think it over. No, it's not for me. I can't decide. And you know what? I have, some of these kind of seem like they're repetitive, and it's pretty much the same, but I've got about a dozen more for each one of these that actually I may have to put together and share with you guys at some point too. So what are some of the best questions to ask a prospect? How can we help? Likely one of the most underutilized open-ended sales questions, and a great place to start. Listen, take notes, and be prepared with another question. What interests you, or why are you interested in this opportunity? That is a powerful one. I use it all the time. Why do you want to do this? This type of question provides triple value. For one, we're demonstrating that we truly care by listening. Two, if the prospect expects us to be the pushy salesman, they're likely going to relax because they're like, whoa, you just caught them off guard. Wait a minute, he wants to know why I think I'm interested or qualified. What? And three, our prospect will share the general desire or problem that led them to seek what we offer. So now we're going to dig a little bit deeper with these open-ended sales questions. Once we have a general idea, we need to find the desires, needs, or wants. We probe a bit deeper. We need to discover the root desire that led to seeking the opportunity. And in doing so, we're learning how we can present a genuine solution and establish credibility. What are you currently doing to address this problem? Now, these are very vague. These are designed to be used in any situation, so you can modify these. You know, it doesn't matter if you're in health and wellness, selling a product, you know, what kind of health issues, challenges are you facing, so, you know, whatever. You get the idea with this. This is just a general guideline, and so are the 49 that are going to be given to you free before this is over. So this question will reveal how important the issue is and allows us to be relevant. Is this issue causing other problems? This will get our audience thinking. We want them to think because this is building value in our product for us. Cascading effects aren't always obvious, and by bringing more to light, we're building value in the solution that we're going to offer, and we haven't even talked about it yet. What else should we know? This is a powerful question because we're further demonstrating that we care, and by this time, our prospect is comfortable with sharing. They're going to remember something else, and they're going to tell us, and we're just going to be like, yes, that's golden. I know that I can help you with this. Anyway, so let's move on. Establishing credibility with the information that we have gathered. Can you give me just one moment, please? I apologize. All right, so at this point, we're preparing for the next fundamental step in any sales presentation, identifying the problem to offer a solution. Without rapport, we have no trust. You notice I keep saying the same thing over and over because I know that by the end of this, you're going to remember some of this. Without trust, we cannot establish credibility. Without credibility, we cannot gather information. Without information, we cannot identify the problem. Without a problem, we cannot offer a solution. And we end up with all sorts of crazy objections. Do you see where this is going? All right. So we have a general understanding how we can present a real solution. We understand the true desire of our prospect, and we have pinpointed ways to demonstrate our credibility. Some great questions might be, how much does this problem affect your health, cost you in time or money? And we respond with the answer, can you imagine how much better you would feel or how much money you would save if we could, specific solution or problem here, if we could solve this problem for you? There are many questions we can ask, and that's where I was talking about this list. So here it is. 49 inbound questions to gather information. Not going to go over each one of these. This is actually the rest of the web page. Let me pull that up here so you can see it. Top inbound sales questions for gathering information. So here's another free handout. If you guys have not already downloaded this, if you're using the actual web version and not the app, you may not be able to see how to do this. I will make sure that everybody gets emailed this. And at this point, I want to open up the audio for anyone that wants to ask questions. And in the meantime, if you are not able to speak to us, if you're not on the telephone line and you have a question, there is a chat window. So here we go, unmuting everybody. Anybody have any questions? No questions? Really?
He waits for the horseshoe turn, then he plugs the Earl in the caboose.
I have a question. Who's watching Star Wars?
I don't know. I just muted that out. All right. So, Cheryl, did you find anything? What did you like best, Cheryl?
Well, I like a script that I can go through and kind of have, like, you know, when you make biscuits, you make it with flour and water and eggs, and then if you're Aunt Matilda, you throw in your secret ingredient. And the secret ingredient is the answer to the question that the customer gives you. So by having a floor plan that I can work from instead of trying to reinvent the wheel, I find this indispensable. I'm going to the printers tomorrow. I'm going to paste it all over my office wall so I can read it while I'm doing what I'm doing. Over and over.
That's awesome. That's brilliant. I do the same thing. I have many trainings that I have saved and handy dandy. I'm kind of techie guy, I guess. I have it all over the internet in different apps and things like that. But and you'll find it doesn't take long, Cheryl. You use it a few times and you get excited about the positive results. You'll remember this stuff. That's the beauty in it.
Well, it's
a
pair of shoes. When you got a new pair of shoes, they're kind of squeaky and tight. But once you wear those bad boys, you just slip them on and you scoot. So that's what I'm looking forward to. I
love it. All right. Cheryl, 1 second. I'm going to mute you out. I'm going to run through to Hunter and Mary Lou and see if they have questions real quick. Tori, I guess we can't get your response. Did you post any questions by any chance? I don't see any. No. Hunter, any questions, comments, feedback?
Well, I've enjoyed it. It's good material.
Good, man. Good. I appreciate that. All right. Let's see what you need. What? I apologize. Go ahead.
I was just going to say I like that you repeat stuff because I need to hear it over and over again.
You know, that's my problem. I have to. I really do. I get that.
Another skill.
That's cool. Anything else, Hunter?
That's all I got. Thanks again.
Yeah, thank you, man. Glad you're on here. All right, let's go to Mary Lou. Mary Lou, do you have anything to add or say or questions? Oh,
no.
I see a question. Nope. Okay. Well, good.
Nope.
I'm good. Awesome. Did you like anything? Did you learn anything or find anything of value?
Yeah, just all the basic information.
Okay. Okay.
I still got to look at the handouts and stuff. I didn't get to yet.
Okay. Well, I'll make sure that you guys get a copy of that. If you don't have it, just reach out to me and we'll make sure you get it. You're welcome to share it with your team or whatever. This is free training. You know, let people use it. So thank you, everybody. I love you guys always. We are right at the 30-minute mark, and I think that's awesome. So I don't want to keep any more of your night. Let's roll out of here. You guys rocked my night. Thank you for participating, and we'll see you soon. This call is over.